All right, all praise to the Most High Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shalom, Kwam Yasharala. We in the building. Got the soldier Yashamar. Got the young prophet Enoch. We're gonna be going over a little topic, and so real quick, let me just put this out there. Let me share my screen real quick. Disclaimer, right? I want to do a little disclaimer real quick. So the title of this topic is watch those around you. Now, this topic has nothing to do with what been going on in the Israelite community. There's been a lot of bull crap going on with the Israelites. This has nothing to do with any latest current events. This title, I made a post, I made a thumbnail about this class a while back, right here. And as you can see, let me see if I could zoom in. Yeah, so I did this thumbnail a month ago, right? Letting people know that I was gonna do this class a month ago. So this is way before any of the bull crap popped off in the Israelite community, right? It has nothing to do with what's going on in the Israelite community with camps and different camps beefing with each other and different people beefing with each other. This is not about that, but it is perfect timing, and this would reflect on the situations that's going on, because it's not just a now thing. This situations between Israelites been going on for a minute, and it's been going on before you even knew you was an Israelite. When you was out in the streets, you had to watch those that were around you. Right? I remember growing up with somebody, my friend for 20 years, or what I called him my friend for 20 years. And he backstabbed me in a way where it was like, you're not my friend, bro. After 20 years. So you grow up, kind of needing to watch the people around you. In this truth, you need to watch the people 10 times more, especially in this truth. And not that I'm not going to talk about, hey, Shalom, Asaph.
Shalom, Asap. What up, King?
You on mute. Unmute. There you go.
Shalom.
Shalom, King.
Shalom.
Shalom.
Shalom,
Yeah,
sister.
shalom.
So in this truth, you have to watch those around you even more, right? And this title is literally a double entendre, meaning, you have to watch those around you, meaning be careful with those people that are around you, but at the same time, watch those that are around you. Like, look out for those people that are around you too. But you have to have a certain discernment to understand. And we're going to go into the scripture and we're going to see. And now, people are going to get butthurt. I'm going to let you know right now, people are going to get butthurt at this class, but I don't care. I really don't. My time for caring about the next man's feeling, that's been gone, bro. I'm done with that. So let's get some scripture on this. Enoch, get wisdom of Solomon, chapter 9, verse 18. We're gonna start going into the scriptures.
This is the book of wisdom of Solomon, chapter 9, verse 18. For so the ways of them which lived on the earth were reformed. So
the way of the people that lived on the earth was reformed, right? Reformed is having been changed in such a way as to be improved. Okay, read on.
And men were taught the things that are pleasing unto thee, and were saved through wisdom.
Meaning they knew how to navigate through certain situations because of the wisdom. That wisdom which allowed them to be reformed, which allowed them to, be changed into a way to improve themselves. They were able now with wisdom to navigate through problems, navigate through wicked friends and wicked people that's always around them, right? So this wisdom is what allows you to escape problems and situations, right? Because you got to be able to have discernment and you got to judge wisely, right? Let's go to Hebrews 5:14.
This is the book of Hebrews, chapter 5, verse 14. But strong meat belongeth to them that are full of age, even those who by reason of use have their senses exercised to discern both good and evil.
So you got to be able to discern both good and evil, right? So a lot of the people that we roll with, because we in this truth, and I know for me, I could speak for myself, right? When I came into this truth, I wanted brotherhood, I wanted love, and you can easily get fooled and deceived by that. The same brother that says he loves you is the same brother that will bounce on you. Pew! He'll dip out on you real quick. He'll leave you like if you never even existed, right? That's it, gone. Pew! All right, let's go to Proverbs 3 and 21. Remember, we're talking about discernment, knowing good and evil, right?
This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 3, verse 21. My son, let not them depart from thine eyes.
No,
Keep
3 and
thou-
21. You sure you got that one?
Proverbs 3 and 21?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm at it right now.
Hold on, let me see. I might have grabbed the wrong one. Hold on, give me 1 second. Proverbs chapter 3, verse 21, right? Let me see. Yeah. All right, I got the wrong one. Hold on. Let me look it up real quick. All right, it's yeah, it's Proverbs 3:21. Like my proverb says, yeah, my son, do not lose sight of this. Preserve sound judgment and discernment. Oh, this one says discretion. Right? So the whole point about it is do not lose, do not lose sight of this. Preserve sound judgment and discernment. So you need to have discernment when you come into this truth, because again, we come into this truth wanting brotherhood and wanting friendship and wanting all this, and you could quickly be deceived. It ain't this being just because you're in the truth and you're reading the Bible and you believe in God and the people that next to you believe in God. Don't think that somebody's gonna not do you wrong, because you will get done wrong. All right, that you will get done wrong in this truth. It ain't no different, bro. Let's get 2 Timothy 3 and verse 13.
This is the book of 2 Timothy, chapter 3, verse 13. But evil men and seducers shall wax worse and worse, deceiving and being deceived.
Turn up your microphone a little bit. Yeah, so evil men, right? Evil men and seducers are gonna wax worse and worse as time goes on, right? There's gonna be people to deceive us and people that will be deceived. And so you gotta have discernment to watch those around you. You gotta be careful, bro. So one way that I kind of judge people, and it started opening my eyes when I noticed that dude been in this truth for 20 years and doesn't have no track record. You've been in this truth 15 years and has no track record. You have nothing to show. You have no camp. You have no congregation. You have nothing. You don't have a virtuous wife. You got nothing. You ain't been doing nothing in this truth in the past 10 years, 15 years. Another discernment, another way to discern those that are around you. Are you still struggling with the same sin that you struggled with when you first came in the truth? If so, that's not the type of buddy you want around you. Get rid of him. Let him go. Because anybody that's struggling with the same thing for the past 10 years or past 20 years, if they still struggling with the same sin they came into the truth with, gotta let that person go. Because that means that person ain't growing. You ain't growing. You're still doing the same thing. That means you ain't walking in these laws, statutes, and commandments. You doing the same things that you got from day one. No. All right, let's go to Proverbs 14 and 7. Because you got to get rid of these type of people. Those type of people that are still doing the same thing from day one, bro. Come on, you wasting God's time.
This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 14, verse 7. Go from the presence of a foolish man, when thou perceivest not in him the lips of knowledge.
See, when he don't have the lips, when he don't have knowledge, because he's obviously not learning anything. He's still doing the same thing. You need to go. The Bible says, go from him. Go away from that type of guy. Bounce from him. You understand? A man that's been in this truth and still doing the same thing, that's a double-minded man. That's a mind that has he's not growing. He's just wasting his own time. Go to James 1:8.
This is the book of James, chapter 1, verse 8. A double-minded man is unstable in all his ways.
And that's how you could discern if that's a guy who you want around you or not. Somebody who's unstable, constantly doing the same old dumb thing, and uses the verse. They'll use a verse that says, "Wise man falleth 7 times." Nah, all right? No, you could use that all you want as an excuse. People use that as a crutch to fall. And I'm gonna bring out a scripture, right? I'm gonna bring out a scripture where it shows that if you truly have the Holy Spirit is not gonna let you stumble like that. He's not. If you truly have the Holy Spirit, and we'll bring it out later on. Let's go to Psalms 26:4, because look at what they say in the Psalms about being around foolish people or double-minded men. Go ahead.
This is the book of Psalms, chapter 26, verse 4. I have not sat with vain persons, neither will I go in with dissemblers.
See that? Not to sit with vain people. So what would be a vain person? A person who just is full of lies, empty. A vain person is somebody who says one thing but is doing something else. A double-minded man, double-tongued. You see what I'm saying? Everything that he does is in vain, because he's not trying to grow. He's just continually, letting himself go. Let's get 1 Corinthians 5:11. This is not just the Old Testament thing where you say, oh, but now Jesus come and so now we're supposed to treat each other. And no, look at the New Testament, 1 Corinthians 5:11.
This is the book of 1 Corinthians, chapter 5, verse 11. But now I have written unto you not to keep company, if any man that is called a brother be a fornicator, or a covetous, or an idolater, or a railer, or a drunkard, or an extortioner, with such a one, no, not to eat.
You see that? He says, do not keep company with any man that is called a brother, but yet he be a fornicator, or a covetous, or an idolater, or a railer, or a drunkard, or an extortioner. You see that? Because an extortioner is somebody who's taking advantage of other people, right? A covetous, meaning he sees you doing something, bro, he gets jealous of you. And right away, you know what I'm saying? He starts to hate you because he's not doing it. And maybe he wants to do it, but, he can't, right? So a railer, that's somebody who loves, like rioting and mad, always mad and stuff like that. Get rid of that dude. The Bible is telling you, get rid of that dude. Don't keep company with people like that. Even though he be your brother, just don't be around him, because that evil spirit is going to hop on you. That wicked spirit is going to hop on you. Next thing you know, you're being freaking wicked and you're carrying that trait now. You know what I'm saying? So you got, vete, go. Get away. Let's get Romans 16:17.
This is the book of Romans, chapter 16, verse 17. Now I beseech you, brethren, mark them which cause divisions and offenses, contrary to the doctrine which ye have learned, and avoid them.
You see that? It says, avoid the people that cause offenses contrary to the doctrine, right? So your doctrine, this whole Israelite doctrine, is supposed to be about God's doctrine, which is structure, order, right? Obedience, brotherhood, right? Congregating. Somebody who's contrary to all those things, avoid them. So if you don't like structure, you don't like order, you don't like congregating, you don't like, you know what I'm saying, just sound doctrine, right? If you think that scripture could be used in two ways but can't even prove that it could be used in two ways, bounce, go, get out of here. You wicked. All right? Let's go to Wisdom of Solomon 7:22.
This is the book of Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 7, verse 22.
Turn your mic up.
This is the book of Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 7, verse 22. For wisdom, which is the worker of all things, taught me, for in her is an understanding spirit holy, one only, manifold, subtile, lively, clear, undefiled, plain, not subject to hurt, loving the thing that is good, quick, which cannot be letted, ready to do good.
See that? Which cannot be leaded, meaning it's not going to stumble. It's not going to let you fall. And ready to do good. What is doing good? What is doing good? The commandments, right? But the commandments is not just, okay, I'm going to just love my brother and that's it. The commandments is an action. You have to actually do things. You can't just be saying, yeah, I love my brother, but your actions show otherwise. That's not a good thing, right? That's not being led by the Spirit, right? Let's go to Psalms 133:1.
This is the book of Psalms, chapter 133 and verse 1. 8. Behold, how good and how pleasant it is for brethren to dwell together in unity.
See, that's the Spirit. When brother could dwell together, right? When you have a brotherhood. If you don't have a brotherhood, you're not in the Spirit. Right? You're not in the Spirit. You need a brotherhood. You need one, regardless. And like I said before, I think I said this quite a few times. If you in a congregation, you don't like that congregation, you could leave and go find another congregation, but you have to be in a congregation. You have to be surrounded by like-minded people. You can't be by yourself. Right? You can't be by yourself. If let's say if it was just me and Enoch, that's not right. That's not brotherhood. My son is not my brotherhood. He's in a brotherhood. He could be involved, but just me and him, that's not a brotherhood. I can't go to my son for counsel. You see what I'm saying? A brotherhood, you have to be able to go to somebody in your brotherhood for counsel. I can't go to my son for counseling. He's a babe in this thing. See that? He doesn't understand what I've been through. So how can he counsel me? How can he give me counsel? How can he help me? I need like-minded people in order to go to get counsel. And usually that's in the brotherhood, right? And if I can't get counsel in my brotherhood, then I'll step out the brotherhood and see who will give me counsel. But I need counseling. Every brother needs a counsel. Every brother needs brothers. You can't do this on your own, right? You can't do this with your son. That's just all right, get James 3:17.
This is the book of James, chapter 3, verse 17. But the wisdom that is from above is first pure, then peaceable, gentle, and easy to be entreated, full of mercy and good fruits, without partiality and without hypocrisy.
You see that? Good fruits. You got to have them good fruits. Them good fruits is your brotherhood, your congregation, your order, your structure, everything that's godly. Everything that's godly. That's the good fruits. If you ignore all of that stuff, you have no good fruits. So you got to watch those type of people. Those type of people that ignore the good, pleasing things of God, get away from them. Leave them. Don't let them be around you, because it's like a cancer. It's like it's like a rotten fruit. You keep it next to another fruit is gonna contaminate that fruit and make that fruit rotten, right? So you got to get rid of that. You have to. Let's go to Hebrews 10:25. Remember, the things that are pleasing to God, right? Hebrews 10:25.
This is the book of Hebrews, chapter 10, verse 25. Not forsaking the assembling of ourselves together, as the manner of some is, but exhorting one another, and so much the more, as ye see the day approaching.
All right. So we have to not forsake the assembly of each other. And when I say the assembly of each other, that's the assembly of the brotherhood, the congregation of people, like-minded people, not your household. Your household, to be honest with you, your household is not an assembly.
Read the verse above that.
Read verse 24.
And let us consider one another to provoke unto love and to good works.
Right. so and what's the good work? See, being around each other,
Right.
assembling. So we got to be
Yeah.
careful. We got to be careful when we just doing whatever we want to do, or doing what we think is right, and being by ourselves, and leaving people and doing. You gotta focus on the brotherhood, the body, the building, right? Somebody could pull the scripture that says where 2 or 3 are gathered in my name, there I am, and say, yeah, you see, Jesus. All right, you go ahead and keep thinking that. Let's get Proverbs 27. I'll read it. This is Proverbs chapter 27, and is 9 to 10 out of the NLT. And it says, the heartfelt counsel of a friend is as sweet as perfume and incense. Never abandon a friend, either yours or your father's. When disaster strikes, you won't have to ask your brother for assistance. It's better to go to a neighbor than to a brother who lives far away. Meaning, when things pop off, you're gonna need your friend or your neighbor or whatever, right? Instead of trying to go to somebody who's so far off that you can't even get to. So you better enjoy the people that are around you that are ready to give, ready to answer your call, rather than somebody who don't even mess with you, and then you call them out the blue. Hey, look, I need your help. They're gonna be like, what? Get out of here. You won't even talk to me. Get Sirach chapter 6, and we're gonna read 2 to 3. Because remember, look what Proverbs 27 says. The heartfelt counsel of a friend is as sweet as perfume. So you need that counsel, right? Watch this. Sirach 6, 2 to 3.
This is the book of Sirach, chapter 6, verse 2. Extol not thyself in the counsel of thine own heart, that thy soul be not torn in pieces as a bull.
You see that? Exalt not thyself in counsel, meaning don't have your own counsel with yourself. You can't have a counsel by yourself. You can't talk to yourself and give yourself advice. You need advice from other people. All right, go ahead.
Verse 3. Thou shalt eat up thy leaves, and lose thy fruit, and leave thyself as a dry tree.
All right, go to verse 14.
Verse 14. A faithful friend is a strong defense, and he that hath found such a one hath found a treasure.
A faithful friend. Not a friend that's going to expose your dirt, right? Like what's been going on in Israel. That's not a faithful friend, right? A faithful friend is going to be there. He's a strong defense, not somebody who's going to tear you down, right? So be careful with those who you keep around you. Understand what a faithful friend is. Look, it says a faithful friend is a strong defense, right? Proverbs 27 and 10 says, never abandon a friend, right? So your friend has a strong defense. Imagine this, me and Yashamar, right? I want to start my own business. And Yashamar, we work together, and me and Yashamar, we constantly complaining about the job. I'd be like, man, we got to get out of here, bro. We got to do something different. You know what I'm saying? Like, and this conversation happens all the time to everybody, every job. Everybody be like, yo, we got to do something different, bro. Yo, let's do our own thing, right? So I tell Yashamar, what's up, bro? I got this little side thing that we could do, like refurbishing cribs and shit like that. Let's or like adding to cribs and maintaining cribs or whatever, right? So he's like, all right, cool, let's do it. So one day we go, right? And I get a ladder. I put the ladder up. I start climbing up. He holds the ladder for me. I'm doing what I got to do on top of the, on top of the ladder. And then next thing you know, he let go of the ladder and bounces. You done left me to get hurt on the job by myself. Meanwhile, you're supposed to be my strong defense. The scripture says, don't abandon a friend. Meanwhile, you left me on this ladder on top when I could get hurt and you just bounced on me. Pew! That's bad. You know what else is another situation? Let's say me and you, we go out. Right? We go out. On our way out, as we're out, we run into some problems. There's some drunk guys and they want to start problems with us. We start scrapping, you bounce, pew, and you leave me there by myself. Bro, I would never talk to you again. Back in the hood, back in the days in the hood, you know what would happen if you bounce on me during a fight? When I go back to the hood, guess what? We fighting. It's on. It's on, right? So this how you discern friends. You're never supposed to abandon your friend. This is a battle. This truth right here is a battlefield. So if you have a friend that does that to you, and I've seen that done in camps, a lot of camps, people be just bouncing, pew, and you leave the brother that you was with. I've seen that happen so many times, bro. Because brothers be emotional, brothers be so sensitive, they can't handle correction, they can't handle order, and so they bounce in their camp members, and they leave. They're no longer with the camp anymore, right? I'm gonna show you what a faithful friend is in the scriptures. Let's get 2 Kings chapter 2 and verse 2. Look at this. This is a good one.
This is the book of 2 Kings chapter 2 verse 2. And Elijah said unto Elisha, tarry here, I pray thee, for the Lord hath sent me to Bethel.
So Elijah is telling Elisha, you stay here because the Most High wants me to go to Bethel. But you stay here. Watch what he says.
And Elisha said unto him, as the Lord liveth, and as thy soul liveth, I will not leave thee.
Finish it out.
So they went down to Bethel. Elisha
was so faithful to Elijah. He said, nah, I ain't leaving you. We're going to go together. That's a real friend. He's willing to troop it with you. He's willing to go through it with you. No matter what you're going to go through, he's going to go through it with you. He's not saying, okay, yeah, I'll stay here and you go. Let's go to Ecclesiastes chapter 4, and we're going to read 9 and 10.
This is the book of Ecclesiastes chapter 4, verse 9. Two are better than one, because they have a good reward for their labor.
Read on.
Verse 10. For if they fall, the one will lift up his fellow, but woe to him that is alone, when he falleth, for he hath not another to help him up.
You see that? So you say you love somebody, you don't abandon that dude. Stay with that dude, bro. Work it out. He'll help you. But if you ain't got nobody to help you, you're going to fall and you're going to be by yourself. And there you go. Because you chose to be by yourself. Can't blame nobody but yourself when you fall, because that's who you chose to be with, yourself. That's the only one you can blame is yourself. So when you leave a camp and when dudes do each other dirty in camps, remember, you choosing to fall. All right, let's go to 1 John 4 and 1. Now remember, the whole thing is watch those around you. You have to have discernment of who you got in you, in your body, right? Who you got with you. Go ahead.
This is the book of 1 John chapter 4, verse 1. Beloved, believe not every spirit, but try the spirits, whether they are of God, because many false prophets are gone out into the world.
So you need to be able to, you know what I'm saying, discern those spirits that are around you. You got to test them. How do you test them? Everybody has their own way of testing the spirits that roll with them.
Yashar, you got You got Ecclesiasticus 6 or Sirach 6
Yeah, it's coming up.
in the chamber?
It's,
Okay.
it's coming up.
All right.
It's coming up. So yeah, you got that's that spirit right there. So yeah, you gotta be able to, discern the people that are around you, man. You gotta watch them and watch their character. First and foremost, watch their character. Watch what they do. And this is why I started off by saying I kind of judge people on how long they've been in the truth and what they've done. You got people, like I said, 20 years in this truth, bro. Still live at home with their moms, unmarried. Nah. You ain't in the truth. You know about the truth, but you ain't in the truth. Let's get Matthew 7:20. Remember, you gotta know these people, their track record.
This is the book of Matthew, chapter 7, verse 20. Wherefore, by their fruits ye shall know them.
You should know them by their fruits, their track record, their what they've been through, what they've done, how much they have accomplished in this truth, right? Everybody in this truth should have a track record. Let's get let's skip this one for now. Let's get Sirach 34:23. Because remember what we read in Proverbs, right? Oh, somebody shouldn't abandon another friend. You shouldn't. That's not a friend. You don't abandon, right? You don't just drop out, right? So go ahead.
This is the book of Sirach, chapter 34, verse 23. When one buildeth and another pulleth down, what profit have they then built but labor?
Right. So one buildeth, and then the other one comes and tears it down. We just saw that recently in with some camps. Right? One is building it up and the other one just came and tear it down. Boom. Damn, bro. Because of a disagreement? Because of a disagreement that y'all had? You go and expose the dude like in public? You tore his whole shit down. Everything that he was building, you tore it down. Damn, you evil, nigga. One buildeth and the other teareth down. You evil, bro. You evil. Whenever you building with somebody and they bounce on you or they tear you, that's them tearing your shit down. Because y'all trying to build. But then he bounces or he does whatever he got to do. That's him tearing your shit down. Evil niggas, watch them. Watch them. Let's go to Sirach 6 and we're going to start at verse 7.
This is the book of Sirach, chapter 6, verse 7. If thou wouldest get a friend, prove him first, and be not hasty to credit him.
Yeah, so you see, when you get a friend, watch him. Watch him. Watch him close. Don't credit him. Oh, I love you. I love him. That's my brother. I love you. I love you. Nah. Don't tell me that. Right? Don't tell me that. Show me. Read on.
Verse 8. For some man is a friend for his own occasion, and will not abide in the day of thy trouble.
In fact, he's a friend for his own. He only wants to be your friend for his own purpose, to reach his own goals. That may be he might want to jump on your shit so that he could get some shine, and then once he gets some shine, he out and he gonna take whatever little gathering that he got. And then I seen that done in camps too. They brothers be in a camp for 10 years, bounce because he was only there to build himself up. And then now he takes everything with him. You see that? I've seen that done. It happens all the time. And then in the day of trouble, he ain't nowhere to be found. Watch that dude, bro. Watch dudes that are like that. Watch those around you. Because there's dudes that are like that. In the day of trouble, gone. That means that's a man that's gonna bounce on you on the battlefield. He gonna dip out on you, and he ain't even gonna be around in that battlefield. Read verse 9.
Verse 9. And there is a friend who, being turned to enmity and strife, will discover thy reproach.
You see that? He turned into your enemy, and now he's exposing you. Or he's trying to expose you on some dirt. Man, that's so evil, bro. Evil. Evil people, bro. I don't know, but to me, that's evil, man. Let's get verse 10.
Verse 10. Again, some friend is a companion at the table, and will not continue in the day of thy affliction.
He'll eat with you, right? That man will eat with you at your table, grub with you. But then when it comes time that you hit rock bottom or you go through some stuff, he ain't nowhere to be found. He gone. Gone. Right? Verse 11.
But in thy prosperity he will be as thyself.
when you rich, when you making that money and you getting that bread, yeah, he's there with you. Because he's there, he's just as you, right? He's there trying to get that money with you, right? Read on.
He will be as thyself, and will be bold over thy servants.
He would even try to rule your servants and try to tell your servants what to do, right? Read on.
Verse 12. If thou be brought low, he will be against thee.
Damn.
And will hide himself from thy face.
You see? But once you be broke, once things start going bad for you, he gone. He was there ready to eat with you and get that money with you because that's what you was doing. But once that money flow stops, he's gone. Pew.
Yeah, I think I got a precept for that too.
Which one is that?
Hold on, let me find it.
Yeah, so when a dude this is crazy, bro. A dude could be with you, man, because everything is on the up and up. But once things go wrong, gone. Pew. Gone.
Psalms
Hey,
41 and 9.
Yeah, bring it up.
Yeah, hold on. Let me get it.
Gotta watch it.
This is the book of Psalms, chapter 41, verse 9. Yea, my own familiar friend, in whom I trusted, which did eat of my bread, hath lifted up his heel against me.
Fire precept. Fire precept. Good job, Enoch. That was a good one. I'm gonna read this one right here. It says, this is Jeremiah 9 and 4. Take ye heed every one of his neighbor, and trust ye not in any brother, for every brother would utterly supplant, and every neighbor will walk with slanders. See that? Gotta watch that. Gotta watch that. Them dudes who call themselves your brother and they love you, and man, get out of here with that shit. For real, that's crazy. Hey, get first Timothy 3 and 4. We're gonna read all the way to 8.
This is the book of 1 Timothy, chapter 3, verse 4. One that ruleth well his own house, having his children in subjection with all gravity.
So
Verse 5.
a dude that rules his house, that's the type of dude that you want around you. A dude that knows how to have his house in order, right? That's one sign. That's a good sign. Let's just put it like that. That's a good sign. A man who got his wife under submission, a man who got his kids under submission, right? They're not out of pocket. Everything is in order. You know what I'm saying? She ain't trying to talk over him. She ain't trying to teach him. You know what I'm saying? You know that's a good sign. That's a brother who got a good head on his shoulders. That's at least one good attribute of a man, right? Go ahead, read on.
Verse 5. For if a man know not how to rule his own house, how shall he take care of the church of God?
You see that? If your house is out of order, how can you even try to teach anybody? How can you even do anything? Your whole house is out of order. Get your house in order first, right? Read verse 6.
Not a novice, lest being lifted up with pride, he fall into the condemnation of the devil.
Read on.
Verse 7. Moreover, he must have a good report of them which are without, lest he fall into reproach and the snare of the devil.
Read on.
Verse 8. Likewise must the deacons be grave, not double-tongued, not given to much wine, not greedy of filth of lucre.
You know what double-tongued means? Double-tongued means someone who agrees with you while you're here in person, and then when he's away from you, he doesn't agree with you anymore. He's back on whatever he believed. But when he's with you, he agrees with everything you say. That's a double-tongued man. So in your face, he's rocking with you, but when he's back with his family or whoever, his other friends, he agrees with what they say. That's a double-tongued man. That's an attribute that you need to watch from people. So if you got somebody like that around you, you already know. That's hypocrisy, right? Go to 2 Ezra 14 and verse 13.
This is the book of 2 Ezra, chapter 14, verse 13. Now therefore, set thine house in order, and reprove thy people. Comfort such of them as be in trouble, and now renounce corruption.
Yo, get thy house in order, and reprove thy people. Even those in your household, you need to reprove them. You need to cut them up, even if they need to be cut. Even those in your own house. Get your house in order. Let's get Sirach 1 and 25.
This is the book of Sirach, chapter 1, verse 25. The parables of knowledge are in the treasures of the wisdom, but godliness is an abomination to a sinner.
Godliness is an abomination to a sinner. You know what's godliness? Order, structure. That's godliness. And when somebody hates godliness, guess what they are? A sinner. Because they're showing that they hate that. And what's an abomination? Something that's disgusting, detestable. But when they hate structure and they hate order, they're showing you that they're a freaking sinner. That's a sign of a sinner. Watch those around you. All right. So, in the Bible, there's always order and structure. Right? 1 Corinthians 14 and 40 says, let all things be done decently and in order. Okay? Matthew 8 and 9 shows a structure and authority. Right? It says, for I am a man under authority. I'm under authority, right? Having soldiers under me. And I say to this man, go, and he goeth, and to another, come, and he cometh, and to my servant, do this, and he doeth it. This is structure. This is order and structure, okay? Structure and order also comes with organizing, right? This is Mark 6, 39 to 40. And he commanded them to make all sit down by companies upon the green grass, and they sat down in ranks by hundreds and by fifties. This is order and structure. Did any one of those men say, I'm not going to sit down? Don't tell me what to do. Nah, bro, they sat down because there's order, there's rank, there's structure. Right? But people that don't like order, don't like correction, don't like structure, that's that dude that would be like, I ain't sitting down, bro. You crazy? Watch out for the people around you. 1 Corinthians 11 and 34 says, and the rest will I set in order when I come. So Paul is talking about, yo, look, I'm going to go over there and I'm going to set everything in order. This is the way things must be. Right? That's the Bible. That's God. Order and structure. Get Deuteronomy 28:54, because what I noticed that in this Israelite community, again, like I said, there's no difference from this Israelite community and what's going on outside in the world. Man, we Israelites, bro, we the same. We the same stiff-necked, hard-headed people that hate each other. Go ahead, read that.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 54. So that the man that is tender among you and very delicate, his eye shall be evil toward his brother, and toward the wife of his bosom, and towards the remnant of his children, which he shall leave. So
that evil eye towards your brother, because you had a disagreement with him or whatever, that's a curse, bro, and that's wicked, right? You shouldn't be, again, the only reason why these curses are coming upon you is if you sinning, right? You can't tell me not one of us right now is I don't know, one of the curses where we're freaking, the curse is like we're being killed or whatever, right? This is a curse. Go to Sirach 31:13.
This is the book of Sirach, chapter 31, verse 13. Remember that a wicked eye is an evil thing, and what is created more wicked than the eye. Therefore it weepeth upon every occasion.
You see that? That evil eye. Remember that when a brother has an evil eye towards you, that's something to watch out for. Be careful with it. Shalom, shalom. All right, be careful. Be careful with that evil eye. Man, you see a man in your camp or a man in your congregation or whatever having that evil eye. It's another attribute of a wicked person, bro. It's sad. You know what's sad? What's sad is that we even have to talk about this stuff. Like, you come into this truth, you know, for the good, and all you really do is get bad. I see it. And you know what's funny? It's Passover season, right? Passover's coming up soon. What must you do in the Passover season? Just clear out that leaven. And it kind of seems like at every Passover season, that leaven is being cleaned out. Naturally, like the Most High is doing it. Just clean out the leaven, getting rid of all that leaven. That's crazy, bro. All praises to the Most High, man. All praises. Hey, let's get. I already pulled out that verse.
You got chapter 37 in Sirach.
No.
1 through 5.
Ina, I get that. Sirach, what, 37?
Sirach 37.
Yeah.
This
verses 1 through
Sirach,
5.
chapter 37, verse 1 through 5. Every friend saith, I am his friend also, but there is a friend which is only a friend in name. Is it not a grief unto death when a companion and friend is turned into an enemy? O wicked imagination, whence camest thou into cover the earth with deceit? There is a companion which rejoice in the prosperity of a friend, but in the time of trouble will be against him.
Damn.
There is a companion which helpeth his friend for the belly, and taketh up the buckler against the enemy.
See that? He ready to go to war for his friend. Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
That was it?
Yeah, 1 through 5.
Read verse 6. You can read verse 6.
Verse 6. Forget not thy friend in thy mind, and be not unmindful of him in thy riches.
You want to elaborate?
No, it's just it's saying a lot right here in these,
It is, though.
in these verses 1 through 6, because you know, when it talks, especially in verse 1, when it talks about every friend saith, I am his friend also, but there is a friend which is only a friend in name. In other words, you know, they all right, you know what I'm saying? But you know, it's only because of, you know, what's been said, you know what I mean? But you don't really know them, as far as you don't really know them past, you know, what has been said about them. You don't know them in your heart. You understand what I'm saying? And which is not a good thing, because a friend, you know what I mean, you're supposed to know who your friends are in your heart. You know what I mean? In other words, your friend's supposed to have your heart, and you're supposed to have your friend's heart. You know what I mean? So, I mean, when it talks about only a name, basically your relationship is superficial.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
You good.
It could be like you just my boy because we repping the same thing, but outside of this, I don't really rock with you like that. You know what I'm saying? And that's dangerous, bro. That is dangerous. And
You
that's
can't count on a friend just because, just by name only. You know what I mean? like it said in the previous, I believe it's chapter 6 of the same book we just read, when it talks about prove thy friend first. You gotta see, that's what we're missing. We're not proving a lot of these people out here before we put the name tag of friend on. Putting the name tag of friend on somebody is very serious. You know what I'm saying? Because friend, you can have a friend that's, closer than family.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I mean, you have to watch who you putting that title of friend on, because especially like you was just saying, when it talks about there is a companion which helpeth his friend for the belly, that taketh up the buckler against the enemy. I mean, if they got the title of friend, they need to be dependable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
A lot of people are not dependable.
Right.
Mhm.
And that's crazy that you say that. That's crazy, because there's been times where that word has came out my mouth, like, yo, I'm depending on you. I'm depending on you. You say you love me. You say you're my brother. I'm depending on you, and they fail me, Pew. Right off the cliff. So I understand exactly where you're coming from, and
Yeah, I mean, we're going through it right now. Me and my rib, man, me and Kawa, because like I was telling you guys, she just had surgery, and a lot of people said that they was gonna be here, thinking they were friends. Ain't nowhere to be found.
I've been calling them
And she
right
been
now.
calling them, you know what I mean?
Right out.
saying
I thought I could depend on
that, you know what I mean? They was gonna be here. They was gonna bring us this. They was gonna, you know what I mean? Give me some time, you know what I mean, to rest myself and whatever. Ain't seen them.
that's that friend that hides their face in the time of need.
Exactly.
Yo, bro, man, I'm telling you, yeah, you always got those type of people always come around, bro. They always come around with that fake love, and that's another way you could tell somebody too. You don't even know me, but right away, yo, I love you. Yeah, you don't even know me, bro. Like, we really don't even know each other like that, and like, I love you. Like, dude, like, I got love for you. You see what I'm saying? Because you my people at the end of the day. And if I didn't preach this word to you, I ain't love you. So there is some sort of love, kind of course. But that term gets thrown around real loosely, bro.
Very loosely.
Love you.
Gotta have some works behind that, man. Just like the covenant talks about faith without works. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's dead.
If I call you a friend, you gotta have some works behind that word friend.
Yeah. Yo, and let me tell you something right now. I am now at a stage 40. I was almost say my age. At the age that I am, I finally came to the realization that word friend must be earned. It has to be earned.
Con.
You gotta earn that. That's a title that not too many people, you know what I'm saying? Not too many people should have. I remember when I was in Puerto Rico, they don't call each other friends. You know what they call each other? Associates. They talk to you every single, like, you see people like buddy every day, buddy. And one day I was like, "No, that's your friend?" And they were like, "My friend? No, that's just my associate." But they holding arm in arm, skipping through the hallway like they all buddy, and nah, that's not my friend. It's just my associate. So that friend stuff is it has to be earned, bro. That's something that must be earned, just like the title brother.
God.
You can't be my brother if you ain't earn it, bro. You gotta earn it. And I'm only looking out for myself, right? Everybody gotta look out for themselves. So you can't let somebody come into your life, bro, and deceive you with the smooth words, right? With the soothsaying. Yo, I'll go to war with you, nigga. It doesn't matter. I'll go to war. No, you won't. You won't. You liar. So I said, right, I said that it's Passover season, right? And every Passover season is the law to rid the leaven not only of your house but of your mind and your body too, right? So let's get Matthew 16:6.
This is the book of Matthew, chapter 16, verse 6. Then Jesus said unto them, Take heed and beware of the leaven of the Pharisees and of the Sadducees.
Yo, what were the Sadducees and what was the Pharisees and Sadducees known for? For being hypocrites. For saying one thing but doing the other. So the Messiah is telling you, be careful with these hypocrites. Be careful with these people that say but don't do. Right? They say, I love you. They don't really love you. Hypocrites. The same thing as a Pharisee and Sadducee. I'll go to war with you. They ain't going to war. We're going to ride together. This is us. We're doing this together. They ain't there. See? That's a Pharisee. Same thing as a Pharisee. No different from a Pharisee. All right? Let's get back to 23 just to read it real quick. As a matter of fact, Matthew 23:1, I believe, rather.
This is the book of Matthew, chapter 23, verse 1. Then spake Jesus to the multitude and to his disciples, saying, The scribes and the Pharisees sit in Moses' seat.
Go ahead.
All therefore, whatsoever they bid you observe, that observe and do, but do not ye after their works, for they say and do not.
See that? They say and do not. So when you got somebody who's saying all this good stuff, bro, but their actions don't meet up with their words, they're just as bad as a Pharisee. Get rid of them. You don't need that toxicity around you. That's called ridding yourself of the leaven. Right? The Messiah, that's how the Messiah puts it. The leaven of the Pharisees. Remove the leaven. That hypocrisy. Remove it far from you. Let's get you know what? Let's read a little history. Let's go to 2 Maccabees chapter 4, and we're gonna read verse 7 to 10. Because what I notice is that putting in these scriptures together and talking about certain topics is always good to bring up an account. You know what I'm saying? An account, a historical account, so that we can actually see it being played out in the scriptures, and not just our lives, but in the scriptures. So if you're ready, go ahead and read it.
This is the book of 2 Maccabees, chapter 4, verse 7. But after the death of Seleucus, when Antiochus called Epiphanes took to the kingdom, Jason, the brother of Onias, labored under hand to be the priest.
So there was a dude named Jason, and he wanted to be the priest. Go ahead.
Promising unto the king by intercession 360 talents of silver, and of another revenue.
So
80 talents.
So in my version, he's saying that he's offering him 27,000 pounds of silver, and with 6,000 more pounds to be paid later. So he's willing to pay Antiochus money to make him a priest over Israel. Read on.
Besides this, he promised to assign 150 more, if he might have license to set him up a place for exercise and for the training up of youth in the fashions of the heathen, and to write them of Jerusalem by the name of Antiochus.
Read on. So he basically bribed Antiochus to make him somebody with authority in Israel. Read on.
Which when the king had granted and he had gotten into his hand the rule, he forthwith brought his own nation to the Greekish fashion.
You see that? So once he was granted this authority, then Jason went and brought his whole nation into the Greek fashion. Instead of keeping away from the Greek fashion, because you're not supposed to do what the heathens do, he brought them to the heathen nations and the heathen customs. See that? There was a wicked dude, bro.
That's why in Exodus 23 it talks about don't take a bribe. It says that in our Torah, don't take a bribe.
So you see that though, right? So this wicked ass dude, bro, he wanted everything. He did anything and everything possible just to be in authority, and then he took that authority and abused it. He brung the people to a Greek custom, Greek culture, Greek fashions they call it. And look what, but let's see what Maccabees. Look what Maccabees says about him. Go to verse 13.
Verse 13. Now such was the height of Greek fashions, and then an increase of heathenism manners, through the exceeding profanes of Jason, that ungodly wretch, and no high priest.
He called them the ungodly wretch and no high priest, because he brung everybody into heathen customs. So now watch this. You have to watch the people around you, because they can do the same. They could bring you into heathen customs and heathen fashions. The people around you could be your downfall. Instead of building you up and showing you how to walk in this, they could actually make you to fall and stumble. You gotta watch the people around you. Gotta watch the people around you. Let's say Yashamar, right, comes and tells me, it's Sabbath or whatever, right? And he comes and he tells me, right now, he gets up and he's like, yo, I gotta go do some stuff. Like, what? It's Sabbath, bro. What do you mean you're gonna get up and do some stuff? Where you going? like you got some stuff that you got to do around the house. You got somebody you got to take care of. Cool. Well, what else you gonna do? I mean, you stepping out? Stepping outside the house on a Sabbath? Where you going? It's my duty to ask you this stuff, because I gotta make sure that you don't fall off and you ain't about to go do something stupid. That you ain't about to go shopping or go cook something, or you know what I'm saying? Like, so it's my duty as your brother, right? Your brother, to be like, yo, no, you can't do that, bro. You can't step out. Like, what you mean you're gonna step out? You can't do that. But see, there's some people that will allow you to go into that heathenism because they won't correct you. And somebody who's not gonna correct you, that's the dude you gotta watch it with. Watch out for those people. All right, so if I encourage everybody to read 2 Maccabees chapter 4 and 5. Those are some good chapters, bro. It shows you the wickedness of our people, bro, and the extent that they will be willing to go to in the name of you. In your name, they would take you and drag you through the mud. You know what I'm saying? Just to be somebody. Just to be somebody. And we just saw that happen with two dudes that were supposed to be friends for years. All over YouTube. Splashing each other's name all over YouTube. Meanwhile, they were supposed to be friends, but one person did it to the other just so he could have a name. And he could have some type of recognition among people. And because he actually hated his brother. The one that he said he loves. That's crazy. It played out. This scripture just played out in Israel. That's crazy. All right, let's go to Job 6 and 15.
This is the book of Job, chapter 6, verse 15. My brethren have dealt deceitfully as a brook, and as the stream of brooks, they pass away.
You know what that means? That dude, he was so deceitful, but just as a river, he's gone. You know what I'm saying? Just went down the river. Just go. Bye. Just go with the river. You're the seafood dude. You got to go. Let's get Titus chapter 1, 10 to 11.
This is the book of Titus, chapter 1, verse 10. For there are many unruly and vain talkers and deceivers, especially they of the circumcision.
So you got a lot of unruly and vain talkers. We were just talking about vain talking, right? All that vain stuff. Yeah, I love you. I'll go to war with you. All this. That's vain. That's vain babbling. That's what that is. It's all vain. Read verse 11.
Verse 11. Whose mouths must be stopped, who subvert whole houses, teaching things which they ought not, for filthy lucre's sake.
Teaching the wrong shit. Teaching people how to follow heathen customism by, in other words, breaking the commandments. Teaching people how to break the commandments. Not correcting them, not, you know what I'm saying? Not holding them accountable. That's the law. We're supposed to do that to each other. We're supposed to hold each other accountable, correct each other. But when you're scared to do that and you don't do that, you're deceiving whole households. You're bringing people into heathenism. Another Jason. All right, let's go to jump down to verse 16.
Verse 16. They profess that they know God, but in works they deny him, being abominable and disobedient, and unto every good work reprobate.
So they claim to know God, but in works they deny him, being abominable and disobedient. The Lord tells us that we must correct each other. If I don't correct you, what I'm doing? I'm being disobedient. Because you're not obeying the law.
Or I hate you because I'm not bringing correction.
Yeah, that too. That too. It's this is what I'm saying. You gotta watch those around you. It could easily be.
I fall into that trap.
You gotta watch those around you. I hate you because you correct me, or I hate you because you don't correct me.
Yeah.
Either way, you gotta watch those around you. Make sure that they're doing everything according to the law. If they're not doing it according to the law, they off. Because the law it's how we supposed to. That's what we supposed to live by. Is the law. The law is our instructions. So if we're not using the law, and we're just using our own heart, we're being respective persons, and you know what I'm saying? We're falling short of our duty, which is to correct each other, keep each other up on our toes. Let's skip that one. Let's go to 2 Corinthians 6 and 17. New Testament love.
This is the book of 2 Corinthians chapter 6, verse 17. Wherefore, come out from among them, and be ye separate, saith the Lord, and touch not the unclean thing, and I will receive you.
So come out from among them. I in this truth, what a lot of people say? They use this to say, come out of the ways of the world, right? Being not surrounded by worldly people, and don't touch the unclean thing. But guess what? Sometimes you need to get out from among people in this truth too. Because some of these people in this truth, they touch the unclean thing. They wicked. Just because they wear fringes and have a beard don't mean nothing. Don't mean nothing. Fringes and a beard, that's the least of the commandments, bro. Oh, man. Fringes and a beard, and there you go. You righteous. Crazy, bro. Man, that's crazy. Go to Psalms 26 and 5. Now, what Psalms 26 and 5, I don't know if you're going to pull it out. I don't know what version I have here, but let me hear what you got, and then I'll let you know. Let me hear it.
This is the book of Psalms, chapter 26, verse 5. I have hated the congregation of evildoers
Yeah.
and will not sit with the wicked.
So look at this real quick. Look at this real quick. I have hated the congregation of evildoers and will not sit with the wicked. Evildoers, you know what an evildoer is? A sinner. Someone who sins. You know what the wicked is? Someone who sins. So the Most High, does the Most High hate your high holy days? Is it recorded in the scriptures that the Most High hates the high holy days? Yeah. Watch this. I'll read it. This is Isaiah chapter 1, and we're going to start at verse 11. To what purpose is the multitude of your sacrifices unto me, saith the Lord? I am full of the burnt offerings of rams and the fat of fed beasts. I delight not in the blood of bullocks or of lambs or of he-goats. When ye come to appear before me, who have required this at your hand, to tread my courts? Bring no more vain oblations. Incense is an abomination unto me. The new moons and Sabbaths, the callings of assemblies, I cannot away with. It is iniquity. Even the solemn meeting, your new moons and your appointed feasts, my soul hateth. They are a trouble unto me. I am weary to bear them. And when ye spread forth your hands, I would hide mine eyes from you. Yea, when you make many prayers, I will not hear. Your hands are full of blood. Wash you, make you clean. Put away the evil of your doings before mine eyes. Cease to do evil. So when you're breaking the commandments, guess what the Most High hates? Your high holy days. Now let's go back to where we were at. Proverbs, right? Psalms 26 and 5, where it says, I have hated the congregation of evildoers and will not sit with the wicked. So when you do these high holy days and you're in sin, you think the Most High is going to be there? Yeah, right. You think the Most High is going to accept it? Nope. That's what the scriptures say. So if you're in sin and you think that you're doing something good by celebrating the high holy days, nope. You're just making the Most High even more mad. Gotta be careful. Watch those around you. So this is why you got to watch those around you, because they could lead you to do wrong, right? Go to Proverbs 21 and 10.
This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 21, verse 10. The soul of the wicked desireth evil. His neighbor findeth no favor in his eyes.
I find no favor in the brother's eyes that want to lead people astray, want to do wickedly, and even want to make the Most High even more angry. I find no favor in your eyes, bro. Go with the river. Be a stream. Be part of that stream and just sail down the freaking river. Right? Go to Sirach 14 and 8.
This is the book of Sirach, chapter 14, verse 8. The envious man hath a wicked eye. He turneth away his face and despises men.
And despiseth men. Meaning, this brother's so covetous and so wicked, he'll hate every other freaking camp. He'll hate everything except what he's doing, even though what he's doing is wrong. But he'll think that he's the right one and that everybody else is wrong. That's an envious man. Watch those around you. Let's go to so now let's see some scripture that tries to show how to deal with our people, right? With how to deal with our people wisely, right? Let's go to let me see. let's go to 2 Chronicles chapter 1, verse 10 to 11.
This is the book of 2 Chronicles, chapter 1, verse 10. Give me now wisdom and knowledge, that I may go out and come in before this people. For who can judge this thy people, that is so great?
So we need the wisdom, right, from the Most High in order to judge our people. And this is what we must do. We must judge our people. We can't go being all buddy with our people and not judging them. My dog is going crazy. All right, so we need to be able to judge our people righteously, because that's what we're commanded to do, right? Read verse 11.
Verse 11. And God said unto Solomon, because this was in thine heart, and thou hast not asked riches, wealth, or honor, nor the life of thine enemies, neither yet hast asked long life, but hast asked wisdom and knowledge for thyself, that thou mayest judge my people, over whom I have made thee king.
You see that? So when Solomon prayed for wisdom and knowledge and how to judge his people, the Most High granted his prayer. Because that's what the Most High wants you to do. He wants you to deal with your people wisely and know exactly how to judge them. Not let them do whatever they want to do or sugarcoat anything. Watch those around you. Let's get Proverbs 13 and 20.
This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 13, verse 20. He that walketh with wise men shall be wise, but a companion of fools shall be destroyed.
So how can you become wise if you're walking by yourself? How can you be wise if you have no brotherhood? How can you be wise if you walk with fools? There was one thing that I heard from somebody highly esteemed. I'm gonna say that right, highly esteemed. And what he said was this. He said, you cannot be in a room if you're the smartest one there. You should be in a room where there's people that's smarter than you. Don't be in a room where you're the smartest one. Because guess what? How can you get wise? How can you receive wisdom? In order for somebody to receive wisdom, he has to be surrounded by people that are wiser than him. You can't be the smartest one in the room and think you're going to get wisdom.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't go like that. Just doesn't go like that. Surround yourself with wise men. Men that are learned in the scriptures, men that know things. Let's get now remember, watch those around you, right? Let's get Ephesians 5 and 15. We almost done.
This is the book of Ephesians, chapter 5, verse 15. See then that ye walk circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise.
See that? You have to be able to walk around discerning everything, knowing what it is that who you around, what you getting yourself into.
Activate that self-control aspect of the fruit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That you know what I mean? If one of the things that and this is just personal experience, one of the things that I do when I get around people that I don't necessarily know is I see who runs their mouth the most. And serious business. I mean, if you around a person and all they do is talk, brag, boast. I know what type of person you are in like the first 2 minutes that I'm around you.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Am I gonna hang around you? No, because all you like to do is run your mouth. and you basically, you know, you
Ashton, can I say something?
you basically a person that's, you know what I mean, all mouth, and that's all it is. That's all you are. You know what I
Yeah.
And,
mean?
and most of those ain't gonna listen.
Right.
Yeah, cause they gonna talk.
Right.
They want to talk. They want to
Right.
talk over.
That's
They
a
ain't
good
gonna
one.
listen to nothing.
That's a good one. Yeah, you too busy talking. You ain't gonna listen. You ain't gonna hear. You ain't gonna learn nothing. You too busy talking, running your mouth. Um, um, there's a certain
Right, hold on.
thing in jail. Okay, when you get arrested and you're in the bullpens and booking, right, waiting for your name to get called, just so you could go to see the judge or do whatever, right? And you're surrounded by a bunch of dudes in the
Yeah.
booking. The loudest one there is the dude that's gonna get his ass whooped.
He's scared. Because he's scared.
So the loudest one there is the one that's gonna get his ass whooped because all he does is he's trying to intimidate people and yeah, and that's the first one to get knocked out. And you know who's the first one to knock him out? The one that ain't saying nothing. The quietest one is sitting in the corner. He's just sitting in the corner watching the whole thing. Watch out. Watch those around you.
Say it right there.
Can I say something really quick, please?
Yeah,
y'all,
you good.
please,
You good.
please,
You
please?
good.
About your brother? Listen,
Yeah.
when he say about when he get into a room and when he observe people for the first 2 minutes, he ain't lying. When I tell you that everybody thinks that he's so square, that he's just this I mean this quiet idiot who don't have no personality, and he's just like so introverted. And I'm like, yeah, y'all keep thinking that he introverted and that he quiet. No, he just know who to be,
Yep.
what his true self around.
Yep.
He is so very, very careful. And that's one of his strengths that I don't have, that I desire, because I'm a people person. I attract a lot of people. So, but then people don't always mean me no good.
Yeah,
And it's like
exactly.
he sees right away,
Exactly.
like, nah, bro, they ain't no good. So I just wanted to share with y'all, like, he is not playing when he says that he go into a room and we could be in that one room for 3 hours and he will say 2 words.
Yeah. All praises. That as it
That's
should
me.
be.
I'm the same. I'm the same way.
Yeah. Yo, you was ever around some people and they be like, yo, why you so quiet? You don't know, but
Yeah, I'm chilling.
I'm observing.
I'm chilling. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
exactly.
observing. Yeah, I'm the same way. I'm the same way, bro. I be that one, bro, that just sits down and just
I can't see him.
just watch.
He does.
He does.
Mhm.
I just sit there and just
I would love
watch.
to see how y'all was at Alpha Laval.
Bro, that's how you gotta be, man. You gotta move like that, bro. You have, especially when you're trying to protect yourself. You know what I'm saying? When you're trying to protect yourself, yo, that shows experience. It shows experience. Like you've been around some stuff. And you learned to be like, nah, chill. All right, so let's go to let's go to Sirach 14 and 13. Because we're at a point, right? I think I brought out enough scriptures to show how to identify those people. But now I think we're at a point in the scriptures where we need to get scriptures that show, how to move wisely and how to do for us personally, right? How to watch out for our own selves. So let's get Sirach 14 and 13.
This is the book of Sirach, chapter 14, verse 13. Do good unto thy friend before thou die, and according to thy ability, stretch out thy hand and give to him.
You see, so be that example, right? Be that example. Be the dude that's gonna teach other people how to really be a friend and how to really be a brother. Be that example. Be the right dude. Because we're grown men, and for the young ones, this is the example. You know what I'm saying? We have to show while we've been through. We have to make sure that we don't put out the same thing, but that rather we put out something better. You know what I'm saying? What we want to be and what we want to see is what we have to put out. All right? Let's get it's Philippians 2:15.
This is the book of Philippians, chapter 2, verse 15. That ye may be blameless and harmless, the sons of God, without rebuke, in the midst of a crooked and perverse nation, among whom ye shine lights in the world.
All right, so it says that ye may be blameless and harmless, the sons of God, without rebuke. So that means we have to be able to be doing the right thing where nobody could say anything about us. You understand what I'm saying? Nobody could say we're fake, we're phony, we're false. But no, what they do need to say about us is, damn, that dude was real. He did keep it real. Everything he said, he really was about it. You know what I'm saying? That they have nothing negative to say about you. That's the way that you have to be. It says, in the midst of a crooked and perverse nation. Israel is weird, bro. Israelites are weird, bro, and you have to not be weird. You got to be the opposite of that, right? And it says, among whom ye shine as lights in the world. And we have to be that. We have to shine, right? We have to be that beacon of light where people want to come to us, because what we say, we do, right? And while the way we roll, the way we walk, our actions match what we say. That's how we need to be. So everybody who we're watching out for, don't be like that. Those people that we're watching out for, when I say watch those around you, don't be like that. Be the opposite. Let's get Sirach 6:15. And 16. 15 and 16.
This is the book of Sirach, chapter 6, verse 15. Nothing doeth countervail a faithful friend, and his excellence is invaluable.
Invaluable, right? So a faithful friend, nothing could break a faithful friend. That's a faithful friend. That's his nature. That's who he is, right? A real friend is gonna be faithful, right? And then it says, and his excellency is invaluable, meaning there's no price that you could put on him. He's priceless. Like in Proverbs 31, right? The Proverbs 31 woman, she's far above rubies, right? And meaning there's no price on her. She's priceless. She's something to be held. And it's the same thing with a faithful friend. A faithful friend is priceless. It's something to be held. Okay? So this is what you want to be. You want to be that faithful friend. You want to be that true brother. You don't want to be fake. You don't want to be phony. You don't want to abandon your brother on the battlefield. You don't want to abandon your brother at work. You want to be there with him. Right? It doesn't matter what you're going through personally. You never leave your brother. You never leave your friend. Because then you're not a friend and you're not a brother. Don't matter what you're going through. You think Christ was like, nah, screw everybody. I'm about to die. You think I care about any of y'all? I'm out. Nah. Christ was there for everybody, even though knowing what he was going to go through. He still was there preaching and doing what he had to do for his people. He ain't bounce. He ain't saying, I'm out. Pyong. He ain't pull a Jonah. Watch those around you. Let's get Wisdom of Solomon. Oh, no, we read this already. Let's get Wisdom of Solomon. Yeah, let's get Wisdom of Solomon 7:28. Watch this.
This is the book of Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 7, verse 28. For God loveth none but him that dwelleth with wisdom.
You got to deal with wisdom. You got to be wise about the things that you do, the actions that you take, you know, and the way you move. You gotta move with wisdom. You can't just be somebody who's doing reckless things and reckless decisions. And that's what happens when you don't have a counsel, when you don't talk to nobody and you talking to yourself. You counseling among yourself. You know what I'm saying? Or with your wife. You have to counsel with somebody wiser than you. That's the whole point of counseling, is with somebody who's wiser than you. Your wife is your friend. That's who you talk to, for sure. But your counselor is someone who's wiser than you. Okay? Let's get Sirach 19 and 20.
This is the book of Sirach, chapter 19, verse 20. The fear of the Lord is all wisdom, and in all wisdom is the performance of the law.
You see
and
that?
the knowledge of his omnipotence.
You see that? The wisdom is the performance of the law. So when you're doing the law, you're performing wisdom. You're being wise about things. You're judging things wisely. You're moving wisely. Let's go to Psalms 2 and 10.
This is the book of Psalms, chapter 2, verse 10. Be wise, now therefore, O ye kings, be instructed, ye judges of the earth.
You see that? Be wise now, therefore, O ye kings. We call ourselves kings, right? We're the kings, right? According to what is that? 2 Peter, right? We're kings, right? We're set up to be kings, right? We need to be instructed, though. It says, "O ye kings, be instructed." Not move however you want to move. You must be instructed. Again, that goes back to structure and order. Those who hate structure and order, you can't be a king. Because what does a king do? He sets order. We see that with King David. Look at what King David did. King David set all the priests in order. He set all the courses, right? He made a structure. He put together a structure for the priests and their courses, their different courses. So he set everything in order. And that's what a king does. Sets things in order, puts structure. And if you're a king, then you need to do that too. But if you call yourself a king and you hate order and structure, you're not a king. You're not a king. You're a rebellious spirit. Watch those around you. Let's go to Galatians 6 and 1. I like this verse. I like this verse because even though you got to watch it with some people, you still got to be able to know how to move wisely and treat others. So go to Galatians 6 and 1.
This is the book of Galatians, chapter 6, verse 1. Brethren, if a man be overtaken in a fault, ye which are spiritual, restore such a one in the spirit of meekness, considering thyself, lest thou also be tempted.
Lest thou also be tempted. So if somebody falls, is overtaken in a certain situation, right? They overtaken in a fault. You that are spiritual, you kind of got to build that brother back up. All right? So this is the deal, though. You build that brother back up, but you keep him at a distance. Build him back up, but keep him at an arm's length. Like keep that boy separate from you. In case he wants to fall and bounce and do whatever he wants to do again. You keep him far from you, but you keep building him up. Call him, talk to him, if he's willing for your counsel. Don't come and bring him around you again every day and act like everything is cool again. Nah, you're going to stay from a distance and you're going to get this counsel. Then that's when you start to prove him, like Sirach 6 says. Get Titus 3 and 10, because a lot of the times when you try to counsel somebody, right, a lot of the times they don't want to listen. They too prideful.
This
Titus
is the
3 and
book
10.
of Titus, chapter 3, verse 10. A man that is a heretic, after the first and second admonition,
Admonition.
reject.
So you got to reject that dude, right? He falls off. He tries to come back to you. You talk to him. You keep it cool with him. You keep it, you keep it real with him, but you keep it from a distance. And you correct him. You teach him. You build him back up. If he don't listen to you and keep doing it, man, then you got to go. There's nothing else I can do for you. You got to go, right? Let's get Proverbs 28 and 26 because this is happening a lot within the people who call themselves Israelites.
This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 28, verse 26. He that trusteth in his own heart is a fool, but whoso walketh wisely, he shall be delivered.
Don't trust in your own, don't counsel with yourself. Don't trust in your own heart because that's counseling with yourself. When you ain't counseling with brothers and you just doing your own thing, you trusting in yourself. And the Bible calls you a fool. Let's get Isaiah 33 and 6.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 33, verse 6. And wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times, and strength of salvation. The fear of the Lord is his treasure.
You see that? So wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of the times. If you're not moving with wisdom and knowledge, you're unstable. You're unstable. This is why you keep falling. This is why you keep doing different things keep happening in your life. You're unstable. Let's close this out with Hebrews 13, 16, and 17. Because this is our duty for each other to do as Israelites, right? That's what we claim that we are, right? Israelites, right? So go ahead.
This is the book of Hebrews, chapter 13, verse 16. But to do good and to communicate, forget not, for with such sacrifices God is well pleased.
All right. Well, we living in a day where a time and day, right? Where if we want to talk to each other, what do? And we've been had this technology. Pick up a phone and call. Right? If I want to talk to you, I pick up a phone and I call you. If you want to talk to me, you pick up the phone and you call me. We're not little boys. I'm not a girl where you text me or you send me some message. Call me. You want to talk to me, you call me. Call me. It's that easy. You could pick up the phone, dial, and call me and talk to me like a man. Talk to each other like men. Not some text message or anything like that. That's not talking. Read verse 7.
Verse 17.
17, sorry.
Obey them that have the rule over you, and submit yourselves, for they watch for your souls.
So that's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to watch over each other and watch out for each other's souls. Go ahead.
As they that must give account, and they may do it with joy and not with grief, for that is unprofitable for you.
Right. So you want to be able to be with people that could give a good account for you. Like if I'm rolling with you, I want to be able to say, yeah, that's it. If somebody asks me, hey, what's up with your boy? Yeah, that boy's he's tight. That boy about it. He really about what he says. You don't want me to be like, yeah, he alright, bro. He got his little thing wrong with him, and you don't want somebody saying that about you. You want people to have positive things to say about you. Not things like, yeah, that brother be falling off. He ain't built for this. He ain't really right in the head, you know? Nah, you want me to be like, yo, yeah, that's my dog. He tight. That dude about it. He about his life. That's what you want for somebody to say about you. Not the opposite. All right? So, again, watch out with those around you. All right? Be careful. Be circumspect. Have discernment. Move with wisdom. Watch those around you. Get rid of those that are toxic around you. And with that, I'm going to say, Shalom, Kwam Yasharala.
Shalom.